Okay, so this is time for something completely different. More Marshall stuff on my channel. Now, I know you a lot are thinking, oh, what's with the EVH thing? Obviously, I'm an EVH artist and I'm using them at the moment, and that's that. But I've got some Marshall stuff knocking around, and because Eddie Van Halen, you know, there's a lot of Eddie Van Halen fans that have started subscribing to my channel because they know that they're going to see lots of EVH stuff and also lots of Charvel stuff. And it's kind of all in the same niche, that they've been asking about Marshall heads just recently. I've got a demo of this old thing. It's actually filthy because I just do not use this head anymore. This is an 8100 Marshall head, and it's a Valvestate. You might know it as a Valvestate. It's 100 watts, and it's, in my opinion, for metal, it's the best Marshall. It's as simple as that. It is the best Marshall. The reason for that is it's so attacking. It's a very attacking, clear amp. It's tons of crunch can pour out of it when you boost it. It's absolutely fantastic. Much more aggressive sounding than the other Marshalls, including the JVM, which I used to own, by the way. Anyway, what I want to talk about this amp is for, because I could use this amp, you know, at gigs, live, whatever, and it would be perfectly fine. It's a good cheap option if you can find one that works. The reason I'm saying that is it was discontinued because it kept burning itself out, and it wasn't very reliable. This one is my third one since I started playing guitar many years ago, and this dies. Okay, I don't know whether it's going to work when I turn it on. It might not work, it might die, and when it starts sounding ropey and really quiet, I turn it off really quick because there's obviously something wrong, and I'm scared that this one is going to be another one that burns itself out and dies off, and I don't want that to happen, because just for the sake of 10 minutes of playing through something different, I quite like it. So I'm going to show you the tone. My last video wasn't very great. Now, not only was it because I'd only just started doing this whole YouTube thing and I didn't know what I was doing with mics or anything really, I was winging it a bit. The main thing is, the main reason that it was a bit ropey was because I was rushing so much, because I didn't want the amp to go bang and burn out and die in the middle of my video. So I rushed through it, and I didn't dial in a very good tone. There's too much gain, it's not very clear, and it doesn't really show the amp off what it can do. So I thought I'd do another video. Plus, this was a request from a guy that I was talking to in the comments on my other Marshall video. He said, why don't you do another one? And I thought, you know what, I've got a day off. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it for him. So here you go. Here's a different video. It's in drop D this time. I can't remember what my last video was in, and I'm going to be using the good old Charvel. Let's go. Unfortunately, something went wrong with the amp. and it died. You probably heard it die. Basically, I could hear something not quite right. When you're playing low notes, it sounded like, you know, some kind of awful extra gain going on. But when I started playing high notes and they weren't clear at all, I realised that the amp's fucked. So that's it. Sorry about that, but at least you get some kind of idea what it sounds like. And if you can get a hold of one that works great, good for you. But I've tried 3 times now and I just can't get hold of one. So that's that anyway. My next video, I'll be moving on to the EVH lunchbox again through the Marshall cab.